What is that? It's inconsistent!
Good luck. There's no such thing as consistency in this episode.
He's always drinking water! He has a soda!
A Coke Zero.
A soda! A pop! A Coca-Cola!
Yeah, it's not bad.
The bubblies!
Yeah, the bubblies. Well, everybody. Episode number... Oh, dear God.
I think it's 23.
I don't know about you, Bryce, but this is episode number 22.
Is it 22?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Okay. They'll look at the description of this episode and figure out. Well, they'll look at the title of the episode.
Well, that's my job.
Fair enough.
All right, so...
Puts in fake number just to mess me up.
What do I do best? All right, Bryce.
He's also eating! What is happening this episode?
There's a lot of news in this episode today, such as new movies to talk about.
He's having trail mix.
What can I say? I love trail mix.
Fair enough.
All right, Bryce, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about Sin City 2005 and Half-Life 2 20th anniversary.
Yeah, video game and a comic book.
Yes. Notably, a documentary, not an adaptation. While Sin City is a full adaptation, it is a one-for-one adaptation, which we don't encounter very often. Very rarely we encounter one-for-one adaptations.
Yep.
Which I want to lean on immediately if you're ready to go. So, this is going to be 2005 Sin City by Robert Rodriguez. We're probably not going to be talking a lot about Robert Rodriguez, but he is one of those directors that's loved by Hollywood for basically always getting movies done on time and under budget. And he manages to do that all while still keeping a style to the movie. Yep. He does not sacrifice stylistic intentions. And the reason why is he does the directing, the cinematography, the editing, and the special effects.
Yep.
He handles basically every part of the movie outside of the acting. He handles so many aspects of the movie. And Sin City, I would say, is probably his best work. Unfortunately, most people are probably familiar with him for doing Spy Kids, or like Shark Boy and Lava Girl, or like the Machete movies.
Yeah, that's what I mostly know him well known for. But I do know of Sin City. Never saw Sin City until for this podcast. So, the only thing also I know about Sin City, it's a comic by Frank Miller.
Yes.
The man who lost his mind.
Mm-hmm. This is one of the two one-for-one comics that he had. One of the two one-for-one adaptation of the comic books he's made. The other that's probably more famous than you know about is 300. Yep. Who famously has the This Is Sparta scene. One of the most famous cinematic moments in history.
Or just most quoted memes from the 2000s, probably.
Yes. Those are both Frank Miller's comic book that were adapted one-for-one, which when we say one-for-one, that might make you curious. What do you mean one-for-one? A one-for-one adaptation is the purest form of adaptation, trying to be as accurate as you possibly can with no change under any circumstance. Mm-hmm. Which, for like a book, would be having every line spoken verbatim, everything that's happening verbatim. In a comic book, like what this one is, every shot is exactly the shot that you see in the book.
Yep.
And they try to do that as accurately as possible, which leads to a lot of style seeping into this movie because of that.
Yep.
So we'll be talking about more of that in design. What I'm going to tackle first off is writing.
Yes. Because
this movie has an interesting writing. It is not told sequentially or following the same people. Mm-hmm. If you're familiar with the movie Pulp Fiction, it's very similar to that, which would make sense because both Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez are very good friends. So, it makes sense that they have two very similar movies in that aspect.
Yeah. So for me, with the writing in this movie, I was very fascinated by how much of a one-for-one adaptation this is.
Yep.
Because I always heard that Sin City is basically, you're taking the comic, but you're making it in motion. Mm-hmm. Which, yeah, that's really cool, actually. Because, like, I've seen somebody, like, comparing scenes from the comic book and the movie, and it's like, basically, the comic book feels like a storyboard.
Yep.
So all around, it was like, this is really cool, because they even try to get the color paletting right.
Yep. The entire movie is in black and white, the same comic book style with only minor splashes of color to meet in there, just like the comic book, which was only there to really provide emphasis.
Yep.
So, like, it even follows that restriction, which is just a printing restriction, which is less color.
Yep. Trying to remember something else we're writing. Oh yeah, how they tell the story is also very different. It is episodic.
Yes.
So like they're taking like certain like Sin City. It's essentially like the whole entire like comic book is like different people and their whole stories and whatnot. So like it's an episodic, like they're adapting certain episodes of Sin City into the movie.
Which Sin City is basically, it's not following one character. It's following a city. The mythical Sin City.
Yeah.
Which is this hyper-industrial, extremely corrupt city that's, like, led by gangsters and mobs and, like, all these sorts of criminal undergrounds.
Yep. Like, literally just showing you how much of how alive the city is in this movie. How alive Sin City is.
Yep.
So, like, you're seeing different aspects of it. Whether it's the prostitution scene, mob boss scene.
There's even a thing talking about how one of the major mobs is led by a priest.
Oh, yep.
So, like, weird choices like that really add so much character to small things. They're just, like, in passing.
Yep.
So, like, it adds so much character to, like, this set. Which is something I always love. I love it whenever a movie makes a world feel like a character. Because that's one of the things I dislike most about, like, a lot of fantasy movies. The world doesn't feel like a character.
At least it doesn't feel alive.
Yeah, it feels like something for them to do something at. It never once feels like something where something's happening. There's very few movies that manage to do that. One of the ones that comes to my mind is something like Blade Runner. Blade Runner does a really good job of doing that.
Yeah.
And this is one of the other really good examples. A movie that makes it feel so alive to the point that it is the name of the movie and the name of the comic book. It is Sin City.
Yep.
This movie is told in about 4 to 5 parts, following about a couple different characters. We lead on, first off, several different characters, star studs. Bruce Willis is in this movie, which we'll talk about soon in acting.
Well, we can segue into acting, actually.
I have some things to talk about writing first.
Yeah.
Because we've not actually talked about some of the plot points. Because the first one of the first ones is a cop that was framed as a pedophile and is now trying to get out of jail to protect the girl that he was accused of, and the girl is like, I know you didn't do it, but I know who did. And then basically trying to bust the case. The second one that we wind up following is this guy that hooked up with a girl, and he was like this really, like, butch but ugly man who couldn't get a woman, and there's just how happened to be this one woman that got with him, and he fell in love with her. She turned out to be a prostitute, but he did not care. He was like, she got killed by someone, and I'm going to avenge her. It's like, you're going to kill, like, 500 people over a dead prostitute? It's like, yes, I will.
Hey, you know what they say, it was the one that got away.
Yep. And the other one is, it's following this guy. He winds up getting mixed up with some criminal stuff and winds up going into the red light district. Winds up getting some protection from some prostitutes. Some guys come along there and cause some trouble, and the prostitutes wind up killing them before figuring out the guy they killed was a cop. And now there's this whole kerfuffle of how do we... Because we will lose so much of our benefits as a red light district if they learn that the red light district killed a cop. And them trying to find a way to get rid of the body.
Yeah.
So, like, there is so... As you can see, they're very diverse storylines. None of them have any relation to each other. But every once in a while, you see a little hint of someone else's as passing by. Just a little hint of it.
Yep.
So, that's a little interesting thing with the movie. I'm not going to spoil too much on it, because you don't gain any benefit from me spoiling anything here, honestly.
Alright. Well, I guess this is a good segue into acting.
Yes. very star-studded. As I said, there's Bruce Willis in this. One of Bruce Willis's best.
Yep.
Before he got dementia. Yeah. Or before he, I think, had a whole Razzie category named after him.
Oh, dear Lord.
God, what year was that? Where it was the worst Bruce Willis movie? There was legitimately like 12 Bruce Willis movies that came out that one year.
I do not remember.
God.
But, let's see, who else?
This is Bruce Willis back when he had his hair.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Most of his hair. He didn't have all of it. He was still old.
Yep. Let's see, there was Mickey Rourke, in which whenever I saw Mickey Rourke, you want to know...
I almost thought you said Mickey Rooney.
No, but when I saw him, you know what I said as soon as I saw him? I was like, get the F off my screen. I hate Mickey Rourke so much. I do not like him.
Fair enough.
Let's see, there's Elijah Wood.
Yes.
Fresh off of his time on The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, actually, was it going around during that time?
Well, let's see. Lord of the Rings came out from 2001 to 2003, so
yeah,
he was freshly off of
Lord
of the Rings.
He just played Frodo.
Yep.
And a few years later, he would play the role that I would be remiss to not mention because everyone's going to make the joke. Another Robert Rodriguez movie that he played in. You already played the guy. It was the guy, right?
Yep, he was the guy. We have to talk about that movie someday.
God. It's going to be its own episode.
It literally will be, and I cannot wait.
Oh, we typically try to talk about good movies.
You're telling me that Spy Kids 3 in 3D...
Spy Kids 3D? With
Spy Kid...
Steve Buscemi.
Hey, no, Spy Kids...
Ricardo Montalban.
Spy Kids 3 in 3D, game over.
Yep. Oh, that's right. The tag was game over.
And you would have thought that would have been the last one, but no.
Was that all? Not the last one?
They made another one, but with like a different set of kids.
Oh, okay, that sounds... They Home Aloned it. Alright.
Yeah, they Home Aloned it.
But, so... This movie... The acting's very good.
Yeah. They all are hamming up their performances.
Yeah, no, it's very hammy. As per Robert Rodriguez style, everything's very hammy.
Gotta ham that all that up.
It's not kosher.
No.
Yeah.
Pass with the pickles.
But either way.
Anyway. I guess we can go on to production. Then.
Yes.
So there is one thing with production.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just with the CGI.
Yep.
I knew immediately this was Robert Rodriguez because of how it looks.
Yeah.
And honest to God, I almost wanted to feel like, am I watching a Nostalgia Critic video or something?
Yes.
I can't help but think these people are moving in front of a green screen or something, and then the CGI animated cars, and it's just like, this is
the
so
special effects is all done by Robert Rodriguez, who is not trained in CGI at all. But he wants to do CGI. He's like, I am doing CGI in this movie, and I'm going to do it myself.
At points, it took me out of the movie by the CGI, but it makes me laugh so hard.
Yeah, no, it is very ridiculous. But personally, I love it. Because if it does take me out of the movie, it's always, oh, thank you, Robert Rodriguez, for doing this yourself. It's so dumb. Because it's always so over the top. It's never...
If you want a movie with the over-the-top CG animation, you do not have to look no further than freaking Shark Boy and Lava Girl, for example. That's super easy.
If you want really over-the-top special effects, there's Robert Rodriguez movies in general.
Yeah.
Because I think one of the only movies that doesn't really do that a lot is with Machete.
I don't know. I haven't seen Machete in a long time.
It's been a long time, yeah.
But yeah, with this production...
But yeah, like... But anyways, most people are watching Machete for Danny Trejo, not Robert Rodriguez anyways, so...
Miss you, Danny Trejo. Where have you gone? Where have you gone?
I was about to call him a national treasure, but I think the wrong nation. Because he's not from America, is he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think he's from America.
Watching it, it turns out he's not actually from Mexico. He's probably from Ecuador or something instead.
Yeah, no, I didn't say he was from Mexico. Because he probably is from, like, Central America or something like that.
Anyway, production. Other than that, with this whole thing with CGI, I mostly like everything else. Especially with that whole style that he's trying to go for with Sin City. I mean, I think it's also not just Robert Rodriguez that's directing it. It's also Frank Miller.
Yes.
They co-directed with each other.
Yeah. Which means that he probably did curve some of Robert Rodriguez's most weird stuff. Yeah.
Probably.
Because Robert Rodriguez likes to get weird, if you can't tell by his film catalog.
Yep.
He likes getting weird with it, so Frank Miller probably curved him a little bit there.
Is there anything else you want to mention for design? Because I can only think about design is anything for production, because the only thing I can think of left to say is the design of the movie.
Yes, design. It's a hyper-stylized movie.
Yep, and also it's like a one-for-one recreation of all the characters in the comic into the movie. It's like right there.
Which, they do a great job with the costuming and makeup for this.
Oh, yeah.
Great job with that. Which you can tell, that's not the Robert Rodriguez part.
Yeah.
Because that's like one of the few things
as
probably...
As much as I don't like him as an actor and whatnot, Mickey Rourke's whole costuming with his character and stuff, it's almost a one-for-one from Sin City.
Yep.
It's really insanely good.
Yeah. And I think another standout is the Red Light District girls. Love the design on them. Like, they are, one-for-one as well. So, like, oh, man. It's so good. The last one I want to stand out is the yellow thing. The one in Bruce Willis' storyline.
Oh, yeah.
One of the very few things with color. Amazing makeup on that. And also, once again, great design choice. He's the only highlighted thing, which just makes him look even more gross. Because that's the point.
Oh, man.
Though it does get a bit ridiculous in the movie with storyline, because, like, the yellow thing's whole storyline is that he turned into that after being castrated. It's just like, how does that work?
It's a movie and a comic book. Don't
it's very ridiculous. So heads up, if you're going to this, prepare for a very ridiculous movie.
I mean, like, we see a character literally get shot almost 50 times and he wasn't dead.
Yeah.
And then gets electrocuted maybe 20 times and wasn't dead.
Oh, yep. Like, the very end of that is like, is that all you got?
Would you recommend this movie to people?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, I probably would too. It's so weird and gimmicky. It honestly amazes me how long it took for the sequel to be made.
Yeah, no, it's like how stylistic and ridiculous this movie is. It didn't get a remake for years.
And then the sequel came out and it's not as good.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I haven't told Zach right.
It's not that good. I gave it 8 or a 9 out of 10.
That's fair. It's still a 10 for me.
Cool.
I just love this movie. You can sit me down to this movie, and I'll always just go like, oh, yes! Give me the terrible glass texture!
Alright. We are now segueing into our other documentary. I think this is my last one in my top 50.
I believe you're correct.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Rise and shine. Alright, Half-Life 2. Actually, I have to pull up something here in a little bit because it's on my phone. But, yes, it's Half-Life 2, the 20th anniversary documentary, came out in 2024.
Yep.
To celebrate the 20th anniversary of Valve's one of their most iconic video games of all time.
Yeah.
Half-Life 2.
They're probably the most important video game they ever released.
Probably, yeah. So, prior background information. Bryce, we are both gamers.
Yes, we both play video games. I wouldn't call myself so much a gamer as someone who plays video games.
I'm just saying we play video games.
Yes.
So, we played a lot of Valve games. We played Portal 2 together.
Yep. We did co-op Portal 2.
We've got stuck in 2-4 with Team Fortress 2.
Yes, we played Team Fortress 2. We should play more for Team Fortress 2, honestly. It's very good.
Yep. We may do it some other time as a fun random video for y'all.
True, yeah. Worst comes to worst, you set up a live stream.
Yep. So, have you ever played Half-Life?
I have not played Half-Life fully. So, I've played a bit of Half-Life 1 and a little bit more of Half-Life 2.
Yes.
But I've never finished them. Just because of circumstances surrounding it, it's always been something I've wanted to finish, though.
Yes. I have played Half-Life 1.
Yep.
I do really enjoy it, and I really appreciate what it's done.
Did you play original Half-Life, or did you play Black Mesa?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah. Some things about Black Mesa, which is the remake for Half-Life 1.
Yes.
There are some things that I'm a little bit iffy on, but it's a pretty faithful remake.
Yeah.
But also Half-Life 1, I still say, kind of do want to play it, because I think there's some intricacies about it that you can only get from the original intention from the developers. But I digress.
Yeah.
They made a 1-hour documentary of Half-Life 1 for its anniversary from, I think it was it was their 25th anniversary, so I think that came out in 2023.
That sounds right.
Yep. And now this one is the 20th anniversary of Half-Life 2, running about 2 hours.
Yep. So
put 2 and 2 together. Half-Life 1 documentary, 1 hour. This one, 2 hours. Ha ha ha.
So this is a very traditional style documentary.
Yeah.
Where what it is, it's a segment where they sit down with a bunch of people, they interview them, have them talk over different segments about the actual topic, and it's divided into chapters.
Yes.
Where they're talking about, okay, it's this segment, now this segment, and this segment, and I believe there's about 9 or so chapters in total. 9 to 10.
Roughly,
yeah. So we're going over each segment and it's talking about people. So because of that, our usual structure is not going to be used here.
Yes.
Instead, we'll be using a different structure. We talked about this a few episodes ago with Marjo.
Yep.
Which is the other documentary movie we wound up talking about.
Yep. So the criteria are content, presentation, production, and design.
Yes.
Alright, so...
Notably, one thing we'll have to tackle at the very beginning before we get into any of that, though. We are talking about the movie Half-Life 2 20th Anniversary, not Half-Life 2.
Not the video game.
There will probably be, like, we've talked about there being other content where we talk about video games. However, that's not this episode. So we will not be talking about how good Half-Life 2 is.
Yes.
We will talk about the movie. In the future, there will probably be a whole different thing that we'll be talking about Half-Life 2. It's not here, though.
Yes.
If you want to hear something about Half-Life 2, go watch this movie.
Yeah. Anyway, so, Half-Life 2.
Yes. Content-wise, this is entirely about Half-Life 2 and Valve.
Yep. And their, like, whole development of following up, like, literally how I break down with Half-Life whenever I talk about it with people, it's very simple. You have the original Half-Life, which was a massive gamble for Valve.
Yep.
And then it became a giant sensation. Like, it was a critical success and a commercial success.
Yep.
And then Gabe Newell he has said before in interviews, how do we follow up a quote-unquote masterpiece?
Yep.
Which, yeah, good luck. Say if you made your magnum opus, good luck following up on that.
Mm-hmm.
So with Half-Life 2, yeah, literally a large amount of the documentary in the beginning was like, we were trying to figure out, how can we one-up Half-Life?
Yep.
Because we were doing stuff with a video game that was never done before, like more cinematic related stuff. And now with Half-Life 2, we need to do something like that, but take it up a notch. Like, what is the technology that we have, and we need to elevate it. So, yeah, a large amount of Half-Life 2 was essentially, like, the content, at least, you would hear stories about people talking about, like, certain, like, everybody in this is developers and even voice actors, like, telling y'all, yeah, so we basically got this idea from this and this and this, the facial expressions from our characters. We went out in public and we just took pictures of random strangers after asking, hey, can we get you to do facial expressions for us?
Yep.
And they are still around to this day. They have the photos, I think, somewhere within Valve's website that you can look at.
And they're also in the documentary.
Yep, they're in the documentary as well. What most people that have seen this documentary mainly seen it for one major thing. David Shapiro, the voice actor for the G-Man.
Yep.
And how he was just explaining how he did the G-Man's voice. Just being, like, very cunning and just being over your shoulder and just slow and maniacal, choosing your words.
Yep. And talking about how he does the pacing of the words and, like, talking about how he views it within time, so he tries to do it out of rhythm. Lots of very interesting things like that.
Yep. I love the chapter about how they were trying to develop the physics engine. So if y'all don't know anything about Half-Life 2, basically their engine in which that they use to make the game, which is known as the Source engine.
Yep.
What made Half-Life 2 really innovative was like how Valve was able to create a system where they wanted to show video game players, hey, this is our physics engine, and we want to show you how far this can go.
Yep.
So like you would have a weapon known as the physics gun. It can literally pull objects to you, and you can throw them. You'll have puzzles in the game where you literally need to use weight and stuff, or having things at certain places at a certain time. Really interesting stuff that wasn't done in video games before. What else am I missing, Bryce? There's a lot of content that they went over in this documentary.
Yep. So, yeah, they talk over, once again, there's about 9 to 10 chapters. But there's two things that they discuss in the documentary that's actually not about Half-Life. Number one, it's about a lawsuit.
Yep.
Because while Half-Life was going on, there was a lawsuit.
Yeah.
and they're talking about the dynamics of that and how they were working with it and the stresses it put on them.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one that they talk about is the creation of the Steam engine.
Mm-hmm.
Notably, when I say Steam engine, that means two very different things to a layperson and someone who plays games.
Yes.
Because the Steam engine is a software, possibly the most popular software to download video games.
Yep.
At least here in North America.
Shoot, I should still say around the world, because, like, Steam, if y'all don't know, it is the engine in which people literally buy video games on, like, say, computer. On the computer.
If you play a computer, you're probably getting something off Steam.
Yeah, like, it is usually seen as, like, the creme de la creme of, like, getting video games online.
There's very few video games that aren't, like... There's some popular ones, like Minecraft isn't on Steam.
Yeah.
Like, just random things like that.
Yeah. But people, like, when Valve was developing the Steam engine, they were all thinking, this is not going to work. This is going to fail.
Yep.
Like, you're doing a big gamble right here. And Gabe Newell was just like, cool.
Yeah.
Still going to do it anyway.
Yeah, no, this documentary portrays Gabe in a very interesting light.
Yeah. What a fascinating person. If you ever get a chance to read about Gabe Newell, what a character.
Yeah, it portrays him as a bit of an eccentric in this documentary. It's
He
just
literally,
like, huh.
I mean, he literally is, though. Is like, it makes sense, though. He's like, he constantly wants to innovate and find new ways and techniques and stuff. He does touch on that, though, at the end of the documentary, in which it's very poignant, and it kind of makes me understand on, like, what Half-Life is to me now. Or at least it is to me now. Mm-hmm. He said in the end of the documentary that Half-Life is supposed to represent the innovation of technology that we are able to come up with in our video games.
Yeah, hence why they talk about Half-Life Alyx at the end.
Yep. So, like, they mentioned, like, that's pretty much why, to me, like, Half-Life, if y'all don't know, or at least it's probably well known of, it is not finished. Like, the story is not done.
Yeah.
It left off on a massive cliffhanger in its episodic technique.
So, Half-Life is a sequel game, and they released 1, its story was done. But they released 2, and they were like, okay, and then they released some extra ones. They released Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 2. And they intended to release more, but they've never done it, wrapping up the story, which they've never done. So.
And which, honestly, to me, it's like, the scope of the game got way too big, and they couldn't figure out how to innovate, or at least the technology wasn't there, so they said, we're going to scrap it, and we might come back later.
Yep.
So, yeah. That's all I have for content. Oh, yeah, there's one other thing with the content, though, that I knew about, at least. The leak.
Yes, they talk about the leak.
Yep. Half-Life 2 was well known also with the game basically being hacked and then leaked.
If you know anything about Valve, this is not the first time or the last time.
No, but this is like the most well known of all of their leaks and hacking that has happened to them. Literally, like, basically an unfinished version of Half-Life 2 was like hacked out into the world. I love how Valve ended up catching the guy that did it.
Yeah, they talk about in the documentary. Yeah.
They were like, "Hey, why don't you come over here and show us how you did it and stuff, and we might give you a job at Valve." And he just got arrested at the tarmac.
Yep.
But yeah, like, they literally had to rush through and try to finish this game by their deadline that they were trying to set.
Yep. And also, if you know anything about Valve, they love moving deadlines.
Yep.
Which, fair enough. I'm not that big of a critic on that as much as other people.
So I pulled this up on my phone here, and this was from Gabe Newell from a book that was released about a month or two after Half-Life 2 came out, and he was like going to talk about like the development and stuff, but this is the foreword on it, and I've always loved bringing this up to people.
All right.
As I write this, I have the world's worst case of stage fright. After 6 years and tens of millions of dollars, after break-ins and lawsuits, after marriages and children and divorces and deaths, we're about to ship Half-Life 2. You, the reader, know how the launch of Half-Life 2 went. You've read the reviews, seen the sales figures, heard about awards, or lack thereof. And best of all, you've played the finished game. We've done none of these things. Did we create a worthy successor to Half-Life? And did we live up to gamers' expectations? Did we pull it off? You know and I don't, and that seems terribly unfair to me right now. It's very much, like, to me, that's the epitome of Gabe Newell's mind is like, I am so scared to release this stuff because it's like, I've cultivated my own expectations, not just with myself, but everybody else around me. Did we pull it off? Which, yeah, you have to figure that out for yourself if you played this game. But Is there anything else we're missing for content in this? All right, presentation.
Presentation-wise, this is a pretty standard documentary affair.
Yeah.
It's separated into chapters. They have sit-downs with everyone. They obviously are using experts, aka people who made the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pretty standard affair. If you're going into this expecting something wild out of a documentary, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
You're going into this expecting to learn stuff about Half-Life. So,
yeah,
if you don't know anything about it, you're probably going to be a bit confused.
Yeah.
They don't do a lot of explaining about it.
Yeah. They do bring up people that have worked on the game that are no longer there anymore.
Yep.
Like, either they don't work there or they have unfortunately passed away. And it actually is pretty fun to watch these people talk about, Kelly Bailey, the guy that developed the soundtrack for Half-Life. It's really fun to see Kelly Bailey. He was trying to do all of these different things and whatnot just to create more atmosphere into this game and make it unique. This is really fun. Like, I can tell like these people are like really excited. Like, they're looking back on like, man, development was hell, but it was so much fun to work on this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love how it was presented. It's like it's very easy to follow. At least it's easy to follow if you're familiar with Half-Life 2 and its whole history and ethos. Just as a standard documentary, the chapters are very easy to follow through. Anything else for presentation, Bryce?
No, it's a pretty standard affair. So Production's also a very standard affair, I'd say.
Yep.
They like use decent camera work. They're setting in mostly buildings. There's no like major dynamic shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just like
there's like a couple of set pieces, but not really like major ones. So.
Yeah, I guess this is a segue into design. Pretty much all of it is just a standard affair. It's just the content. It's like, look, we're just
the content's the standard. The only thing I would say about design is they use frequent gameplay footage.
Mm-hmm.
So that will help contextually throughout the thing.
Yeah.
If you've never played the game, that should help at least a little bit.
Especially
they do like cutting to gameplay or like working things.
Especially like say when they're talking about the physics engine.
Yep.
It's like, okay, you guys have to just see this so you understand what we're talking about. Especially when we're talking about Ravenholm.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, you're in Ravenholm. You just got the physics gun. We just decided to go ham on this and let the player decide on how they're going to play this game, and it's great. I love it.
Fair enough.
I think that's all of the 4 pieces right there. All right, so here's the fun one. How would you recommend this documentary to people?
Some, not a lot.
Yeah, I'd say this is a very much a simple thing of like, if you were a guy that likes video games, and heck, if you are a fan of Half-Life 2, this is an obvious watch.
Yeah, no, if you like Half-Life 2, this is an obvious watch.
Yeah, like, generally speaking, like, this should be very simple, but, like, if you're not a hardcore or anything like that, it's like, no, probably won't get much out of it. I mean, it's interesting topics and whatnot, but it's like, if you're not familiar with Half-Life and Valve in general, it's just like, why?
Yeah. I mean, even if you haven't played Half-Life 2, but like Valve, probably should start with playing Half-Life 2 before watching this.
Yeah.
Because there is a decent amount of spoilers.
Yeah. Alright. How would you rate this out of 10?
I would put this at a solid 7.
Yeah.
Solid 7.
I usually said it was like either a 7 or an 8 for me.
Fair enough.
Alright, so it's the end of the episode.
Yep. What will people be having to watch for next episode?
2 very stylistic movies.
Indeed.
The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Another silent film. This one should be free on YouTube.
Yep.
Say the line. Say the line, Bart. You have no excuses.
I actually don't know the line, actually.
You have no excuses.
Oh. Yeah.
It's free to watch on YouTube. You have no excuses.
You have no excuses. And the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes.
Yay.
That one's the Tanner side of it. I will go ahead and say I have that one later.
Yep. Most of my replacements come far, far later in this podcast. But yeah, second replacement will come soon from Bryce's end. But yeah, Rocky Horror Picture Show and Dr. Caligari.
So I recommend you go...